Ignition running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
The year is 1967. It is the 23rd of January. Milton Keynes has been designated as the last of the new towns under the New Towns Act of 1946. London and other urban areas have become overcrowded slums with low employment. People are desperate. We are somewhere between Heath and Thatcher, Ebenezer Howard and Pooleyville, dystopia and hope. Then suddenly...
We have a vision. We have a remit from Jock, Lord Campbell. The new city is a place for people. We must try to offer them an environment as conducive as possible to good health, happiness, stimulation, and satisfaction during their youth and working lives, and contentment and care in old age. We must ensure this vision becomes a reality. We must make this a city that people can live in. We must consider the social aspects of the plan as fully as the physical. It says so here. I will gather around me a team of experts, and we will build here, in this 22,000 acres of Buckinghamshire farmland.
And so Fred Roche, as General Manager of the Milton Keynes Development Corporation, along with Jock, Lord Campbell, its chairman, gathered around them the best of everyone and everything. Planners, architects, artists, landscape designers, environmentalists, conservationists, builders, community workers, and planned utopia. But what if utopia was already occupied? For the original inhabitants, farmers, workers, residents of the 13 existing villages and the 3 historic towns, no change was required.
My village of Milton Keynes has been here since Saxon times. In the Domesday Book, it was known as Middleton. It was one of 3 farmsteads, or tons, in between Walton and Broughton. In the 12th century, it was known as Middleton Keynes, after the de Keynes family, who were lords of the manor. Over time, this changed to Milton Keynes. Named after a poet and an economist, my foot. You will not fade us into history.
Well, what can I say? I've got a farm here in Bradle. It was my dad's farm. It was my granddad's farm. It was going to be my son's farm, even my grandson's farm. But all this new town malarkey, I've got to sell it. Some kind of compulsory purchase order. So that's me done. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself after this. I know people need places to live and new jobs and things like that, but who's going to feed them if they get rid of all the farms? I don't know, it's all beyond me.
I will find the brightest and the best architects, and we will design buildings of international renown, award winners, buildings which in the future will be of national and international significance. But first, my grunt group, my planning rock stars. We must plan quickly. We need low-cost, low-density housing for the workers and for the pioneers. Give me Netherfield.
For the new families and residents coming into the new homes, this was a real start for a new life. This really was utopia. This was the pioneering spirit. Affordable modern housing with proper heating and all amenities. This was something to celebrate.
Kids, I've got a job. Comes with a new home. We've got an inside toilet.
An inside toilet?
That's right. A garden.
Wow.
Yeah. It's near playing fields, green spaces, community housing, community groups, everything you can imagine.
Hi, I'm just back from Europe on a fact-finding mission looking at transport solutions, and I give you the Redways.
My name's Margaret Durbridge, and I was the first woman on the planning board for helping design this wonderful city of Milton Keynes, and I was the one who had the idea for our amazing Redways. Now I'm going to be running a workshop with you today, and I'm going to get you to think about the amazing city that you would like to live in. When we were thinking about the ideas for Milton Keynes, what we did was we fantasised about what sort of city would you like to live in? How would you like to live your best life? What we're going to do is we're going to use lots of wonderful items that we have lying around at home. We're going to be creating what we think we would like to live in. As you can see behind me, I have lots of stuff. We have cardboard and pens and paint. Do you have pens and paint lying around your house? Well, if you could go and ask your mums and dads and go through your recycling bin and see what you can find, because we're going to create our fantasy cities. Some wonderful children have drawn these fantastic drawings of what they would like. If you don't have any cardboard or anything that you can actually make things with, you can draw what kind of city would you like, what home would you like. And somebody's drawn a map on this one here. Now, shall we start and crack on? I've got all sorts of things here. We've got crayons, felt tip pens, lots of paints, glue. Now, my role as a public artist as well is to create wonderful things for people to enjoy. Now, shall we get started? I have some wonderful cardboard here. You can use anything that you have lying around. I'm going to paint, I think, some nice green space here. This is going to be my field that I'm going to put my dogs in. That's not very strong colour, I know. This might work better. Now, I think I'm going to make this a big tree. This I got from my local scrap store, and they literally have anything. This is a piece of AstroTurf. I'm going to stick it on the top of my tree. It's my first tree. And I can also use this on the edge here. Now this is going to be a green park area. I think we need a bit of a river. I've got this wonderful bit of blue plastic. There we go. Maybe we need a house. We do. Now I've got these lovely boxes here. You can use anything you like. And you can cut it all up. And don't be scared to make a mess. That's a perfect size for a house. Now, in my house, I want to have lots of lovely windows. I've painted 4 windows, and I'm going to put my door on the side. Now, where shall I put my house? I would like to live right here where I can see the river. Now, I need a roof. I wonder if I could put something on the roof for birds to live in. These are scraps of tissue paper, which you can get from, again, your local scrap store, or you can just use ordinary bits of paper. I need a bridge. What shall I make a bridge from? Let's have some more green spaces. Let's stick them down. All right, let's put a Redway down. I think you're all familiar with the Redways we have in Milton Keynes. and it overlaps the bridge ever so slightly. So you can travel from one side. I think I need some more trees. And we now need to make some more branches. I have some pipe cleaners. This could be a willow tree because they've got lots of spiky, sticky, outy branches, don't they? I'm going to have a purple road, and this is specifically for bicycles. No cars in my city. Bits onto my road to help you know where you've got to go. I think I need a few more houses because I can't live here on my own, can I? I'm going to make this a house. I'm just going to paint this. That looks like the start of a big house. Now I need a roof again. A clear lid. There we go. Now I have to paint some more windows in. I'm going to have a green door to go with my city. I think I need some art. We need a piece of sculpture that people can interact with and they can play on and look at. What should we make? I am going to make a snail. I'm going to put it in the middle of the green space. I think that's plenty for my city, but that's my city. What would you do with yours?
Welcome to Milton Keynes, and welcome to Netherfield, your new home. I'm Jo, your local community worker, and this is your welcome pack. In there you'll find all the information you need, all the contact numbers and any details of activities that you might want to do. And this is your local residents newsletter. You may have heard that there's a neighbourhood house where you can go to meet other residents. Also, there'll be activities for the children. You can meet new people, and in Netherfield itself, there's a row of local shops, there's a school and there's a pub. Soon there'll be a big shopping centre not far away and even a hospital nearby. And if you need to get anywhere, there's a dial-a-bus service. Get the phone the number, and the bus will come and pick you up. Magic, isn't it? Bye for now then, enjoy your new life.
And so the years have passed. Milton Keynes turned 50 in 2017, and now, in 2020, we are 53. What next for Milton Keynes, our 70s utopia? Where will the next 50 years take us? Over to you.
Your Newtown Heritage Explorer's journey starts right here. So, you've heard about Milton Keynes' early days, and you've met some of the people involved in creating the city. You've been living the utopian dream, haven't you? Is Lord Campbell's vision delivering its promise of good homes and gardens, playgrounds and community houses, local shops and schools nearby? Is this the best thing about a city but right in the country? Does Milton Keynes make you feel happy, healthy, satisfied and content as Jock Lord Campbell intended? What would you change about the city now that you're a part of it? What makes it special for you? To help you answer those questions, we've been working on a toolkit so everyone can say how they feel about Milton Keynes, and it's time to share it with you. So we've got 5 big questions coming up for you to think about. Number 1. Do you already know the story of your bit of Milton Keynes? Like what was there before the architects sharpened their pencils? You're lucky enough to live in a new town, so lots of early drawings and notes have been kept about the building and city's development. There are plenty of places where you can find out about the history of Milton Keynes, like the City Discovery Centre, the City Library, Buckinghamshire Library and the Living Archive. Number 2. How does your part of Milton Keynes connect to the rest of the city? Is it higher up, or does it lie along the canal or a river? Do the Redways take you into another grid square? And do the grid roads and access roads make it easy for you to get around? Number 3. How would you describe your part of Milton Keynes? Is it square and straight with futuristic, shiny modern buildings? Or is it green and curvy with buildings hidden amongst bushes and trees? Can you think of 5 words to describe your part of Milton Keynes for someone who hasn't seen it before? Number 4. How do you find your way around the city? Do you rely on roundabouts and grid road names, or is it signage? What about physical things like groups of trees, or a specific building, or a view that tells you when you're nearly home? What would happen if one of those things were taken away? Would you be lost? Number 5. How does your part of Milton Keynes make you feel? Is it busy and buzzing with lots of people walking about? Is it noisy? Are there any specific smells, good or bad? Does it feel safe to you? What do you know about the people who live around you? Do you know where they've come from, when and why? How have the people in your area made their mark on it? So, as you've been looking at Milton Keynes with fresh eyes, what does it tell you? Do you think that Lord Campbell would recognise his idea of utopia here? What do you think has changed in your bit of Milton Keynes since it was built? What do you think will change in the future? And would this be a good thing? What should stay the same? And what should be improved in the future? So now you are a Newtown heritage explorer. You should talk to other people about Milton Keynes, its heritage and its character today, and how you feel about its future. If you meet any of the people involved in Milton Keynes in the early days, would you tell them that it was all worthwhile? If you'd like to explore the toolkit more, visit our website and download the toolkit, print it off, find a pen and go for a walk, because you've done most of the thinking already.